Welcome and thank you for being here. This is BeUpwardly.Tech, and this channel exists for one very specific reason. There is an entire category of technology careers that most people have never heard of. These are careers that sit right at the intersection of business and technology. They are roles that help organizations plan, run, and optimize complex tech projects. These roles are in high demand, well paid, and here is the part most people miss. They don't require you to write a single line of code. That's what this channel is about. We're going to cover cloud and FinOps. These are roles at the heart of cloud transformation. We'll also cover tech adjacent careers, everything from business analysis to migration and discovery. And we'll also cover real insights, practical knowledge drawn directly from industry experience, not textbooks. If you've ever wondered whether there's a place for you in tech without becoming a developer, there is, and you are in exactly the right place. Let's address something straight away because it's the single biggest thing stopping talented people from even exploring tech careers. The myth goes like this: you must learn to code before you can work in tech. Only develop long in tech companies. If you can't program, there's simply no place for you. I've heard this so many times, and I understand why people believe it because developers are the most visible part of the tech industry, but they are not the only part. And here's the reality: when technology program, say, for example, cloud migration, digital transformation, or system implementation. That program is made up of many different roles. You have analysts who map existing systems, planners who sequence the work, finance specialists who track the cost, and also project managers who coordinate delivery. The majority of those roles involve zero coding. The tech industry doesn't just need developers. It needs people who understand how to work alongside the technology, how to translate business needs into technical requirements, and how to make sure complex programs actually deliver what they're supposed to deliver. This is a skills set many of you already have. You just don't know yet that it's what the tech industry is for. To understand why these roles exist, you need to understand how a technology project actually works. Most large-scale tech programs follow a similar journey. It starts with discovery, understanding the current environment. What systems does the organization have? And how do they connect? Also, what can move and what can't? Then comes planning the migration roadmap, deciding what moves first, what moves last, and what the risks are at each stage. Then we have migration itself, which is the actual process of moving workloads and applications to the cloud. And once everything is in cloud, you move into cloud operations, managing and monitoring those services day by day. And then comes optimization, which is where FinOps comes in, reducing cost and continuously improving performance. Every single one of these stages creates career opportunities, and every single one of them requires analytical thinking, coordination, and technology understanding, not coding. This is the world the roles on these channels operate in. And once you understand the structure, you start to see exactly where you fit. So, which roles are we actually going to explore on this channel? The Discovery Analyst. This is the role that maps existing IT assets and application landscape before any transformation begins. Think of them as the person who draws the map before anyone starts the journey. The Migration Analyst. This role supports the planning and execution of workload migrations. This is the person who makes sure the right things move in the right order without breaking what's already working. The Cloud Analyst. They monitor and analyze cloud usage and performance, tracking what's running, what it costs, and where improvements can be made. The Tech Business Analyst, one of the most important roles on any program, bridging business requirement and technical delivery. They translate what the business needs into language the technical team can act on. We also have the Tech Project Manager. They drive the delivery of technology programs on time, coordinating people, managing risk, and keeping stakeholders informed. And lastly, we have the FinOps specialist. They manage and optimize cloud spending for organizations, turning a monthly cloud bill from a mystery into managed, attributed, and optimized cost. 6 roles, all in demand, all accessible to professionals who come from a business rather than engineering background. We will go deep on every single one of them. You might be wondering, if these roles are so valuable, why haven't I heard of them before? The honest answer is that these careers sit a very specific intersection between business and technology, and they're rarely talked about in either the business or the tech world. Business schools don't teach them. Computer science programs don't either. They are critical to cloud transformation, cloud migrations, infrastructure programs, digital transformation. None of these succeed without skilled analysts, planners, and coordinators driving them forward. The engineers build the systems. These roles make sure the right systems get built in the right way, on time, and within budget. They are the bridge between business and technology. And this makes these roles very, very unique. They translate complex technical concepts into business terms that decision makers can then act on, translating business requirement into technical language that engineering teams can deliver. The market demand is increasing. Cloud adoption accelerates. The talent gap in these roles is widening. Organizations know they need these skills. They just can't always find them. That gap is your opportunity. My name is Kemi Thompson, and I want to be honest with you about why I built this. I've spent over 20 years working across large-scale technology transformation programs. My background spans cloud transformation, application discovery and asset mapping, migration planning and execution, FinOps consulting and cloud cost optimization, and IT program planning. I have held 6 of the roles I just described to you, not in theory, in practice, on real programs, with real budgets, real timelines, and real consequences when things went wrong. And after all of that experience, I saw something that bothered me. I saw talented professionals, people with genuinely relevant skills and experience were overlooking these careers. And not because they weren't capable of doing the work, but because nobody had shown them that these roles existed, what they actually involved, or how to position themselves for them. That they assumed tech was for developers. They assumed you needed a computer science degree. There was no place for someone who came from a business, finance, project management background. BeUpwardly.Tech was built to change that, to offer a clear, honest view of what these roles really involve. Not the sanitized job description version, but the real day-to-day reality, and to give professionals the tools, vocabulary, and the confidence to pursue them. That's the mission, and that's why I'm here. So, what will you actually learn from this channel? I want to be specific about this because a lot of YouTube content about tech careers stays at the surface level. Job descriptions, salary ranges, a few interview tips. This channel goes deeper than that. First, what these roles actually do. The real day-to-day, the deliverables you produce, what success looks like at week 1, month 3, year 1. Second, the skills required. And this is important because the skills are not what most people expect. Analytical thinking, communication, the ability to manage stakeholders, structure complexity, and produce outputs that create clarity rather than confusion. Third, the tools used. FinOps analysts work in Aptio and Cloudability and other tools like that. Discovery analysts work in asset management platforms and ServiceNow. Migration analysts use project tracking and dependency mapping tools. We'll cover the specific tooling for each role. And four, the career paths. How you get in at the right level, what progression looks like, and how roles like discovery analyst and migration analyst can be stepping stones into cloud architecture, consulting, or senior program leadership. Practical, honest, experience-based. That's the promise of this channel. Here's a preview of what's coming to the channel. The first deep dive video focuses on discovery analyst, what the role actually involves, the tools you will use day to day, and how you map an IT estate before a migration begins. If you've ever been on a technology program and wondered what was happening before the technical work started, this video answers that. After that, the migration analyst. What happens during a cloud migration program? How analysts support that delivery and what the role looks like from the inside rather than from a job description. Then, the cloud analyst monitoring, reporting, and optimizing cloud environments, a role that sits the heart of how organizations manage their cloud investments after the migration is done. And then FinOps, how FinOps specialists help organizations understand and control their cloud costs, and a role that is growing faster than almost any other in the cloud sector right now. Each video is going to be practical, specific, and based on real program experience, not theory. If that's the kind of content you're looking for, subscribe now so you don't miss any of it. And that brings us to where we start. If you've watched this far, you now know something that a lot of professionals don't, that there's a whole category of technology careers available to you right now that don't require computer science degree or years of programming experience. You don't need to write code to build a successful, rewarding career in tech. However, you need the right knowledge, the right vocabulary, and the confidence to go after roles that are genuinely within your reach. Subscribe to this channel. Every week, there will be new content, role deep dives, career guidance, real insight from inside live technology programs. Hit the bell if you want to make sure you don't miss anything. And if you want to go further right now, visit BeUpwardly.Tech. There are resources, guides, and practical tools there, including the OS product series I've built for each of the roles we cover on this channel. Your tech career without the coding starts right now and starts right here. I'll see you in the next video.